Hello, and welcome to PSO2. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I love your face. If this is your first time here, welcome, sit back, relax, and have a good time. My name is Nas, and today, I want to take a moment to talk about weapon grinding. Weapon grinding is the act of enhancing your weapons. This will be represented by the plus value shown next to your weapon's name, like +1, +5, +7, you get the point. Grinding weapons of 12-star rarity and lower will require grinders, while weapons above 13-star will require lambda grinders. And this is where knowing how to proceed properly while grinding your weapons is important, because lambda grinders come in very limited quantities. This guide will aim to teach you how to grind your quote-unquote endgame weapons without wasting resources, but everything I will explain still applies to any weapons you want to grind. There are a few things you need to keep in mind while weapon grinding. If you look at your weapon's details, you'll be able to find a few things, but pay attention to your weapon's elemental value and grind cap. On top of enhancing your weapons, weapon grinding will also let you increase these values. Your grind cap can be increased all the way to 35, and your elemental value can be increased to 60 for 13-star weapons, while lower rarity weapons will cap at 50. To increase the grind cap and the elemental value of a weapon, you'll have to feed it duplicates of itself. For example here, I'm using a duplicate Elder Rifle to enhance my own Elder Rifle, increasing its grind cap from 30 to 31. If my elemental value wasn't capped already, I would also have boosted my elemental value by 50, since the duplicate also has a light elemental value of 50. If the elemental value of the duplicate had been a different element, that elemental value boost would have been capped at 10 bonus points instead of the full amount. With these details explained, let's get to enhancing weapons. To increase the grind value of a weapon, you'll have to head to the item scientist. In there, you'll feed fodder weapons to your main weapon, increasing its experience bar. Every time the bar is filled, your weapon will go up by +1. However, every weapon you use as fodder in the process will cost you 1 grinder or lambda grinder. Keep in mind that the rarity and grind value of your fodder will affect how much experience the fodder gives to your weapon. And this is why, when enhancing 13-star weapons, we want to be more careful about what we do, so we do not waste lambda grinders. This is where the following weapons come in: Nox, Sigma, Deo, and the 11-star weapons from the Photon Sphere Exchange NPC, letting you exchange photon boosters for easily accessible 11-star weapons. And the reason why we're using these specifically is because of how common they are, and they're also fairly cheap on the player shops in the bind. What we want to do is get those weapons and grind them to an amount we're comfortable with. I like getting them to +20 or even +30. That way, they'll give way more experience to my 13-star weapons when fed. I'll feed these fodder weapons with anything I can get my hands on, as long as the fodder weapon is a 9-star rarity or higher. This includes feeding Deo weapons to other Deo weapons, for example. When a weapon reaches +10, +20, or +30, you also need to use a photon sphere and unlock their potential before you can keep enhancing them. So keep that in mind and don't feed too many items at once to your weapon. You'll end up wasting experience points towards your grind value. Once you're done enhancing your fodder weapon to an amount you're happy with, you can then head over to the item scientist again and feed that upgraded fodder weapon to your 13-star weapon. That way, you'll use way less lambda grinders, and trust me, you need to save these lambda grinders. And that should be it for me today. I hope this guide was able to help you power up your gear without wasting your resources. If you have any advice I may have missed, please make sure to leave it in the comment section below. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. It's completely free and it will let you know whenever I upload something new. This is Nas Syndrome signing off, and I will see you next time. Love your face.